Hey, this is Notser, and we're in the Tier 6 Premium German Battleship, Prinz Eitel Friedrich, on the map Fault Lines. I'm making this video because I've had questions. Where is Prinz Eitel Friedrich? What have you heard, Notser? When's it released? I have no idea. I know as much as you do. I know at one point I was testing along with super testers and CCs. It went past its rental period, which is what Wargaming has now started using for CCs for a short duration test. And we haven't heard anything since. I know that the developer blog post was highlighting some nerfs to its accuracy and a couple other things because they felt like it was overperforming. But I haven't tested that version. This is still the original version that I tested. I can't help you. I wish I had more information. And I know some of you plan around certain ships that are on your radar that you're looking forward to, and for the free XP or the coal ships, you're actively gaining that resource. If it's something like this Tier 6 Premium, it'll show up in the store for a set amount, probably $35, $40. You feel like it's worth it or it's not, and then you move on. And I'm sure this was on the radar of a lot of people because it is a very unique German experience. It is a very long battleship. It's an accurate German battleship, which is a rarity for sure. And I think that's what's making it so attractive, appealing. You've got so many different identities that have developed over the years, and it's really nice to see something different. This is a German Tier 6 Premium that is not the Grafspee, and the Grafspee is very different, or the T61. It is not the Arizona. It's a very different experience, so it's really cool. It's got that long-range AA that is going to be outstanding later in this game, and I'm sure, it's a reasonable expectation that what's wrong with this? Tweak the stats and release it. I suspect that the primary reason that this ship has not been seen since is because Wargaming probably underestimated how many tweaks they needed to perform for the Royal Navy destroyers. They probably focus, as they should, on mainline release than a premium because everyone, free and otherwise, can enjoy a new line release. Premiums are a pretty select group, right? You have to buy it or get fortunate enough that it's in a super container, and that's going to limit even further. So I don't blame them at all. I think the British DDs are outstanding in the strides they've taken to make it compelling to play. But I really want to play this ship too. And I don't want it to go the way of the Graf Zeppelin or the T61. There's just something funny about German ships. They require more testing, and they sort of go dark more often than others, and I don't know why. But I just wanted to try and pass along any information that I had, because I know there are players who are planning on making a purchase, and they want to know how long do they have before it actually is released. I think that we get the British DDs first. Obviously, 7.9 is going to be released. It's going to be the first part of the campaign. I think 7.9 comes out this week or next, somewhere in that realm. They've got the arms race that they are trying to introduce, which will be very cool. You've got the Tier 9 Jean Bar. You've got the Alaska. This is just not as important as those. And for some of you, obviously, you feel like, oh, this is more important. But I'm going to guess, based on just the interest level in videos, that the Alaska, Jean Bar, the British DDs, those are definitely above. And then on top of that, they're actively working on the aircraft carrier gameplay in the background. Considering all of these other things they're trying to implement, I'm not surprised that certain premiums have slipped a little bit. So I'm as stumped as you. I hope that we'll hear something maybe this week or next, but I don't know. Whoa! That Nürnberg. He tried to flash across, but the accuracy held true. Just want to reiterate, this is the version that was deemed too powerful and they were going to nerf it. Just have never played that other version. It's like, I would love to. And just look at the consistency. This is just something that the Germans don't get to appreciate much. And it's nice. It's a nice change of pace. I like ships like this. I don't feel like it's ridiculous. I feel like it's an experience that I've had on other ships, Japanese, some Americans, and I enjoy it. So why wouldn't I enjoy it here? Plus, the added bonus is when the CV rework goes live, the long-range AA is outstanding on this. There's a lot of CVs already, even with the old RTS style at Tier 6, far more than you'd ever see at Tier 10. I think it's going to be great, and maybe Wargaming knows that. Maybe they're just deciding to wait until it's closer to the CV launch. They can couple it with the increased amount of aircraft carriers. You'll have increased effectiveness. It makes sense. It's not unfair. They know what their product is going towards. They know what is in the pipeline. So if they feel like it will make more sense to release this closer to the CV rework, who am I to argue? It makes perfect sense. I don't complain that they're trying to improve the CV and take advantage of the fact that there's definitely going to be more in the queue. I mean, I want more to be in the queue, and I want ships that have these unique traits that you can take advantage of highlighted so the community can also take advantage of and enjoy that. So I'm just really happy that the Prince was a ship that I pleasantly enjoyed. I'm obviously curious to see, and yeah, this DD. Come on, DD. Show yourself. Don't be a coward. I would be a coward too. These guns, a little bit more accurate than he's probably, excited to experience. And I do have great concealment, especially for a battleship at Tier 6. But still not enough to operate this close to the enemy. And we take just a quick shot, and of course, just as I fire, he reveals himself. He probably was waiting for that. You never know. And I'm so aware that there has to be something in the water. I'm way too long of a ship to not try a torpedo. This is a ship that is, long, fast. It's very reminiscent of something like the Congo, Amagi, the later battleships that are just super long. Of course, torpedoes. And yeah, there they are. We don't end up killing the target, but we contributed enough that a teammate could finish him off. I'm just going to move forward. Guns rotate really quick. They're going to rotate really quick in the version that they teased, the updated version. It's nice. It's enjoyable. I don't feel like I'm waiting on the guns quite like the Congo. I think the Congo is a good comparison ship just in the size and the placement of the guns and the speed that you can get out of it. And it's a nice change of pace. It's German, faster turret traverse. Not quite as accurate at the absolute maximum range, and it doesn't have the range of the Congo. Not that most players can take advantage of that, especially at Tier 5. These two enemy aircraft carriers, they're bunched up on this side. I'm just trying to get close to hopefully have some damage on the targets while also keeping the guns on before running into the island. It's a great American pastime to run into the island as my... Oh, we're going to be able to slip by. Oh, we got a citadel. That's nice. Aircraft are on approach. I am using the manual AA setup for this. And that long range has a lot of DPS attached to it. So when you double that damage, obviously you're just going to be able to wipe out pretty much anything on approach before it gets one, maybe two torpedoes off. And then on top of that, you've got pretty good maneuverability, honestly, to compensate for the cross-dropping that a ship would love to do. And yeah, I really am looking forward to this, as many of you are. It's very clear, because I've received more requests for information on this ship than any other premium that I have covered recently. So that makes me excited. But as far as this game is concerned, we have got it. We've won it. Just trying to get damage on this CV who's trying to run away. No, CV, it's not going to work for you. You're trying so hard, and I would love to just blap him real good. Aim at the waterline, of course. And everything overpins. Of course, you overpin. Ah. But yeah. I'll try and figure out. Maybe I can ask a question or two to Wargaming. Usually, they give me the same answer. That's... we don't know. There's a lot of moving parts on premiums and whether they release or more information or less information. So, when I know, you'll know. And I'll probably make a video, or I'll post on my Twitter, or I'll mention it in stream. And yeah. So, Prinz Eitel Friedrich. Have no idea where it is. Can't wait to test the final version. I know you will enjoy it. And it's very abundantly clear that there's a lot of people who want to buy it. I hope this was useful information. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time.